Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Try, a new show on GameWorks. We're going to look at newly released games and how they fare up to the hype. Today we're going to try Hatred, which is a game that came out recently to a lot of differing opinions about it, so we're going to jump in and take a look and see if people's opinions are, you know, justified or not, and just how the game is in general, really. So just looking through the options, it has pretty much everything that you would want. Subtitles, crouch, all this stuff. Safe executions, just if you don't like the really violent executions, you could turn them off. I don't know what this does. As soon as I'm done recording here, I'm going to go and try this. So we'll see then. If it does something cool, I guess I'll probably make a video of it. If not, I won't. And that's how things work. Let's see, graphics, it's pretty much got everything you want. Full screen resolution, detailed. There is destructible cover and destructible just buildings in general in this game, and that's one of the best parts of the game, honestly. So if you can, jack that shit up. Textures, shadows, that's all whatever. Audio, the basic things, controls. There does look like there is controller support, which is cool, and you could just, you know, set the keys to whatever you need. So yeah, pretty much your basic. Nothing missing, nothing not here that you would want to be here, at least in my opinion. So yeah, let's boot it up and let's go. Yesterday, when I played this by myself for a while, I played it on hard, but I'm going to play it on easy today just because I don't want to die a lot and just have to redo the same levels over and over again. As it says right here, killing people who are in pain is the only way to regain your health. That's right. You heard it here first. That's just that really is a microcosm of this entire game right here. So yeah, here we start off with a little tutorial. I do kind of like how they did this tutorial with like the text that pops in. It's a lot cooler than if it was like a box just like on screen. The fact that it's like part of the environment is pretty cool. I dig it. You can already kind of see right here the aesthetic of the game, which is just everything is black and white and very, very grunge. The fucking target. One remaining. The fuck, where is it? But the one thing that I do think, oh, there it is. The one thing I do think is pretty cool is that the only thing that does have color in the game is blood and explosions, as you're about to see, and police cars, the red and blue lights on police cars, and that's it. Which I think is honestly a pretty cool aesthetic. Like, it looks neat. Come on, do it. There we go. It looks cool. Respawn point activated. And yeah, and then there's this guy. Why this guy's down here with me, I don't know. But yeah, it looks fine. Probably, actually, before I kill this guy, probably my only problem with the game, just mechanics-wise, is that when you move, it's a little floaty, just the movement controls, like the WASD. Like, when I'm just standing here and I press D, it takes a second for him to move. Like, you can kind of see it. There's like a little delay, which can be really annoying. I honestly don't know why they did that. There's no delay on the shooting. There's just delay on movement, which is, I don't think a great choice in my opinion, but not my game. Ooh. Yeah, as you can see, that's one of the main quote-unquote draws of the game. One of the main mechanics is that you kill people and it regains your health. So, just mechanically, this game does... God fucking damn it, get over the goddamn wall. Mechanically, the game does, what's the word? Incentivize you to just brutally murder people. But also, I think you'll find, at least for me, the aesthetic of the game is pretty funny. Honestly, like, just like how over the top and not self-aware it is, honestly makes me laugh. The cutscene we're about to watch is probably going to be a pretty good example of that.
My name is not important.
Oh, is it not?
What is important is what I'm going to do.
It's like he's the love child of that one guy from Death Clock and like Ursula from Little Mermaid.
Feasting on its carcass.
Looks like it, doesn't he? I think so.
Life is just cold, bitter hatred. And I always wanted to die violently. This is the time of vengeance, and no life is worth saving. And and I will put in the grave as many as I can. It's time for me to kill. And it's time for me to die. He wants to kill us.
So yeah, as you can see, it's very silly. I'm not even gonna say pretty silly. It's very silly. It's like the most emo, like,
Natural death.
grunge, just like, go listen to Suicide Silence guy that you've ever met. Quite silly. Honestly, I think it's more amusing than anything. But yeah, like all the gun controls work fine. See this is how you regain health. These are probably the most violent parts of the game, it's just the executions there. But even that, just to kind of get into like, because obviously, if you're watching this video, you probably are aware this game caused a little bit of a controversy with its trailer that came out. And that trailer is literally just that opening cinematic. If you've seen the trailer, you just saw the entire opening cinematic of the game. And I think pretty much all the story you're gonna get. Shots fired, indeed.
Welcome to your nightmare. The first human shields.
And just the way the game... What was I talking about? Oh yeah, right. The controversy around this game is a little overhyped, personally, I think. I don't know if overhype is exactly the right word, but like there's something in having the game in like a third person, isometric perspective that just makes it a little, I don't know how to describe it. Like you're separated from what's going on, right? Like if this were first person, it'd be one thing, because then it would seem really brutal. And not to say that it's not violent, but it being in third person kind of separates you a little bit from the actions of the main character, especially it being isometric. And so it doesn't affect you as much. And also just like how silly the game is. Like it's really hard to take seriously. Like it doesn't affect me in my life, like my feelings, because I know that it's just like stupid. Like there've been scenes in Call of Duty and like Spec Ops: The Line, both, that have affected me way more than this. I think this game ever will. Like this game has shock value at most. Sometimes not even that. Sometimes like I'm not even shocked by things it does. I'm just like, wow, really? Seriously? That's what you're gonna do? Is that? Like, I don't know. This game is one giant troll to people playing it, and to like reviewers, and to just everybody. Like that's really what this game is just the guys who made this game just sitting here and LOL like at everybody freaking out about it. So it makes it hard for me to actually get emotionally invested enough in what's going on for it to be like a problem. I don't know. It's like, who cares? Like at the point where like the creators aren't taking it seriously, it's clearly not meant to be taken seriously, then don't take it seriously. Like, I don't know. Like, this game incentivizes you to murder, but it's clearly not asking you to, like, see this as a good thing. Like, I don't think the game's big, like, yeah, look at this main character's philosophy. Like, no, this game is just like, here it is. If you're taking it seriously, you're doing it wrong. Oh god, hello everybody. And then, I think... Oh, Jesus. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Oh. It's one of the problems with this game, I think, is that it's really hard to see the cursor, and because it's like kind of hard to move, it's kind of hard to pick yourself out of a crowd sometimes. So sometimes you die and it doesn't really feel like it's your fault, which just makes the game kind of frustrating. Like if I have any criticisms, it's that. That sometimes, yeah, I just fucking died. It's also the health bar is not there, and it's really easy to not pay attention, and it's just a little too easy to die, and without it actually like being your fault that you're dead. Like I don't know, in this game whenever I die I'm just kind of like, yeah, like I don't really, you don't feel it. It doesn't feel like you were responsible, and therefore it doesn't make you care. I feel like that's really the moral of the story of this game in general, is that I play it and I'm just like, wow, I don't care. Because nothing in this game is anything that you can take seriously. And if you are taking it seriously, you're doing it wrong. Oh god. But yeah, honestly, like, most of the controls are pretty tight. It's not terrible. Like, if you're into this kind of game, like the kind of just like isometric shoot 'em up, like a little strategic, like you can't, it's really hard to like just run and gun in this game, even though it kind of seems the opposite. But there's certain parts of this game where if you just kind of like sprint in, you're gonna die, you know? So getting through the game is honestly it's a little puzzling sometimes, a little challenging. It's not super easy. And so if you're into that kind of, if you're in like, it's not like Hotline Miami levels of difficult, but if you're into things like that, you know, I could see you liking this game. Like I said earlier, the aesthetic is cool. Honestly, like, I don't know. It's nothing amazing, but there's definitely nothing wrong with it. It's trying way too hard to be edgy, but I have a feeling that it's being self-aware about it. I have a feeling that it's not doing it without knowing what it's doing. Cleanse the police station.
All the flock in the same barn. Birds of a feather die together.
See, it's lines like that I'm like, all right. Like, okay. If you're not gonna take yourself seriously, I don't have to take you seriously, game. Woo! And so yeah, there's some amount of strategy. Like I could have gone in through the front, but instead I'm going in through the side, which gives me some chances to get some health back by getting the survivors. Like there's certain strategery to it that I can kind of appreciate, you know. I haven't played super far into it yet, but I do have a theory that there is going to be a little more to the game than randomly killing people. I could be wrong.
Year of genocide.
But, God, shut up, dude. I could be wrong. But it just seems like you don't win this level until you kill all the police, and you kill the police chief in particular. So that makes me think that, I don't know, there's something more going on than just what the game is. But there might not be. You know, it might just literally be what Destructor Creation said and just be this the entire game. Which I have to say is, you're gonna get really boring really fast. I'm not gonna lie. Like I played this for about 2 hours, and by the end of that 2 hours I was like, I'm kinda done. Like, so much of it's based off shock value, and so much is based off stuff that you can only stay shocked at these things happening for so long, and then eventually you're just kinda like, yeah, still murdering guys. It's still what's happening. Like, I don't know. But there's nothing wrong with this game, and honestly, if this is your type of thing, like, this is a good version of this game. It's a little overly gritty, obviously, and clearly meant to incite feelings in people, but if you can get over that, and honestly, kind of like me, like, I'm just the kind of person who I see this, and it just makes me laugh. It's just silly. Like, you can't... Like, I am very sensitive to violence in games usually. Like, there have been some Call of Duty moments that have made me cringe and, like, had to be kind of look away from the screen, but this really doesn't, just because it's so divorced from any sort of reality that, at least for me, I can't connect any emotion to it. So just as far as that aspect of it goes, I don't know. It doesn't bother me, and I think I think everybody's pretty much agreed on this by this point. I don't think there's anything like new or crazy to say, but there isn't really much to the controversy of this game. It is what it is. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy in particular. All right. This is how I leave the level. Oh, I gotta kill 2 more people. Okay, gotcha. Kill literally 1 more guy. You? Can I kill you? Yeah.
Death, the lowest common denominator. All.
Like, it's just things like that I'm like, okay. Death, the lowest common denominator. Like, it's silly.
I never thought it would be so easy to slaughter my whole neighborhood. I can feel their pain, their suffering flowing through my veins. It's like the most intense drug. And I need more. Much more.
So yeah, I mean, if you're playing this game like cathartically, like you're like, oh, I've been wanting to do this for years, and finally I get to in video game form, then maybe that's when we have some cause for concern. But just playing the game regular, like it doesn't. I feel like any human being playing this game is just gonna be like, LOL, okay. Like the main character just says shit, and it's just like, I, dude, if you say so.
Come on, you fucking parasites. The death is waiting. You've got a lesson to learn.
So yeah, here we are back. Just shoot a bunch of SWAT guys, and also like, it's a little silly, like, I'm a guy in a trench coat, and 4 SWAT guys, all armed with like submachine guns, just came at me, and I just took them all out with a pistol. So, it's a little, I don't know, not the most, realism-filled, oh, I got a flashbang, thing in the world. What do I do? Find a way to suicide. Ow, hey, fuck you. Boop-a-doop. Boop-a-doop.
Do you really think it moves me?
Like, shit like that, I'm just like, aight, bro. You do you, man. You do you, I'ma do me. We'll do each other. Wait. But yeah, and so, I haven't played a super large amount, but I only got to this, about this part in the game. So I don't know if there's anything more, but it doesn't. I doubt it. I doubt there will be. But honestly, like, you know, to be frank, I could see myself playing this game more. Like, I would probably get bored of it in like a few hours, but there's nothing wrong with it. Just mechanically, like I said, the walking animation's a little wonky. But other than that, the health system is kind of cool. It sucks if you're in low health and there's only a bunch of enemies like together, because you can't really like jump into the middle of them and stop. So it's a little broken in that regard, but it does its job of it does its job of what's the word? Incentivizing you to just murder people. Like, that's what the game wants, is for you to murder people, and it mechanically incentivizes you to do that. And at that point, like, it is an effective mechanic. Like, it does what it's supposed to. Like, I can't really fucking argue with its like efficacy at that point, when it does exactly what it's meant to do. I don't know. I could see, I mean, don't get me wrong, I can 100% see why people would potentially, I'm about to die, would potentially have a problem with this game. But, I don't, and I honestly, it's not anything amazing, you know, but it's a fun time. Like, I don't hate myself while I play this game. Like, it's not bad. Like, it has a certain flow to it that does make it fairly fun. I'm probably just gonna finish up this level. Sprint! Woo! Oh, shit. I'll locate your suspect. But yeah, so really I'm only playing this because it made such a big deal, and it's only making such a big deal because of how violent it is. So honestly, like, I wouldn't be playing this game if it wasn't this violent. So in a weird way, like, totally down with it being as violent as it is. Because that's the only reason I'm here, and that's the only reason, if you're watching this video, probably that you're here, is because you heard about it and you're curious. Woo! Sprinting, sprinting, sprinting. Hey, dude. You're not in a fortunate place today. Speed run. I don't think there's going to be anything, like, more story-wise in this game, but, like, wouldn't it be crazy if they fucking, like, made it some sort of, like, interdimensional alien storyline going on? Fuck, I'm dead. Alright, well, that seems like a good place to stop. So, if you liked this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys the next time a cool game comes out that I want to check out and maybe just give a little overview of. So, yeah, and now I'm going to try the drunk mode, and if it makes a cool video, I'll make it a video, and if not, well, see you guys next time.